So yeah, we're gonna try to get through the first 20 challenges today instead of just the first 10. I'm actually going to be missing a couple days in here because July 4th is a really big holiday in the US, and it's actually one of my brother's birthdays, so I'm going to be traveling. So yeah, we won't be able to do all of these monthlies back to back like normal. So these first 2 days we're trying to get ahead if possible. Oh, it feels like it's been so long since I've done these monthly challenges. Oh, also, I'm going to be having a interview with Riot Dirtle on the 10th of this month. So that'll be pretty fun. Hello, Vexine. Oh, I guess we also have a new set of weeklies as well. Fun. Hello, Jump. Another spicy update in LOR. Yeah, I'm pretty happy that I was able to get the another interview. Should be pretty good. All right, we need to get through a lot today, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. So you guys get to pick the champs for odds, and then you pick the relics for evens. Okay. You're not here for long, as usual these 2 weeks. Alrighty. All right, challenge 1, 1 star. We have Talia. Bandle magic game start. The player summons a Bandle tree. So you guys get to pick the champion for this one if you want. Granted, I know there's not that many people here, but Jump definitely has the points. Oh, Aurelian Soul. All right. And Starforge Spellweavers, yeah. Hello, Happy Potato. Hello, ow. See ya, Jump. Lucian's fun. Auction's decent, yeah. So yeah, we're gonna try to be going a little bit faster than normal, just because we're trying to get through a lot today. I mean, this is really our only place to reroll. Let's just try to see if we can get something fun. Shadow Totem could be decent for if we had Senna on the board. Sure. Alright, Talia.
Every tapestry begins with a single
Got
stitch.
Ezreal and Viego 4-star today because of monthlies. So happy. That's awesome, man. You've already blasted through the monthlies. You guys have been busy this morning. For me, I did that once where I waited until right before they reset and then did them all, and it was not fun. Hello, Nuclear Hive. Nice to have you. Let's see. That's fun. So we'll be able to play Senna and Lucian at the same time.
In a world full of monsters.
Oh right, he automatically levels. So the double attack for Lucian is kind of pointless because he's, yeah. But we'll attack like this. Oh my word, we're just... Well, GG. That was easy. And we have the rally. Oh my word. Well, that was a fast challenge. I mean, it was Aurelian Soul. Oh. Alright, now remember, we're about to do an even challenge, which means I pick the champion, and then you guys get to pick the relics. Alright, challenge 2. We have just another 1-star for Poppy. All right, so magic name when the player draws a card. This costs 3. Mercy killings, round end, kill all damaged units. Literally just said you can't. Can't pick the champion. So Elder Dragon's always really good for this. Mercy killings kill all damaged units. Let's see, what do we have? We have Spellweavers, Swain Relic, and Axe. Spellweavers, who is good for Spellweavers? Oh, it says I looked at... Alright, one moment. The stupid upgradable thing doesn't tell me if people are in an adventure. I hate it. So our other one was Ornn. Try to look earlier. Alright. So challenge 2, you know what? We can just go ahead and maybe have fun with Ornn. Where did he go? Sure, it's not going to be great for Mercy Killings, but it'll be fun for Magic Number. Alright, so you guys said the Swain Relic. Axe. Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm picking some of those 3 relic slots, because otherwise wouldn't work. And Spellweavers. Oh, almost hit the play adventure button. Alright, I'm gonna try quickly go and refund some of those points. Go and refund. Oh. Alright, there we go. Let's see how this goes. Demacia is another good region for us. That's not bad. Sure. Extra stats won't really matter considering if we take any damage, we die. Sure. Yeah, we're trying to do challenge 1 through 20, if we can. Yeah, sure, that's fine. All right, Poppy.
Huh? You want me?
That's why we're somewhat trying to go a little bit faster, because yeah, we're missing, or we're not going to be able to do them every day in a row. We're missing a couple days in the start of this week. Actually, we're going to hold on to Lightfeather, because if we don't, we're going to draw him, and then he's going to be set to 3, which isn't great. All right, fantastic. We have our Ornn. Can't play him yet, but we can do field promotion into Ruthless Raider. Nice. And because of the scout, we get another spell. That actually worked out fantastic. Yeah, sure. Let's just drop Ornn. Alright, so we're gonna skip the block because otherwise our unit will die at the end of the round, which we don't really want.
Stand on your own 2 feet, and nothing shall move you.
Alright, so this first attack will level us. There's going to be a strike for over 10. Also, it's going to give us another card.
You wanted the god of the forge, you got him.
Ornn? Yes, we're playing Ornn if that's what you're questioning. We just weren't attacking with him first because we have the scout. We don't have a way to stop that from happening, but shouldn't matter.
Somebody hold my bear. Here comes my molten friend.
Alright, GG.
A job well done.
I only played him on 25 plus. I mean, I can't really hold on to my champions necessarily because I know chat is just gonna pick like they picked Ezreal for the challenge 1, so holding on to champions for higher levels, I somewhat do that, but I can't do it as much. And Ornn's a lot of fun for magic number. All right, challenge 3. Yeah, chat is able to pick Swain. Alrighty. This was the build for monthly challenge guide. Somewhat forgetting my Swain build. All right, so we normally do Scourge's Stash. Let's actually hold off. I don't even know what the modifiers are. People just chose right away. Game start, all players summon a mirror mage. So there's a unit to hit. Yeah, I still like the Riptide Battery. Could go for Chase Gun. Yeah, battery's fine. All right, let's go ahead and blast here. Formless Blade. Ooh, Hero's Horn is nice in case we don't draw our champion. Formless Blade is better, but I like the champion draw, so let's go here. Alright, can we get anything crazy? No crazy spells. Tidal Wave is decent. Yeah, sure. We can buy at least one of these because we know we're going to draw at the start of the game. All right, come on. Give us some crazy stuff. Man, we're not getting any fun removal spells. Death Lotus is actually really good for your Swain. Because since it can hit all battling units. Well, any AoE spell essentially is really good for Swain. Sure, let's do a reroll. Brainworm, Death's Hand. Let's actually go for the Death's Hand. Always good to have a spell at the start of the game. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, Jhin.
In carnage I bloom like a flower in the dawn.
Let's get rid of House Spider, Death's Hand, and yeah, we'll hold on to the rest. Alright, we do not have our Swain. Hopefully that changes. There we go.
If
we seek forgiveness, we must commit all.
That's handy of them to play another card.
So much bigger than us both.
By the way, when Kid Fan arrives, just tell him thank you from Jump, would you? I'll try to remember.
Victory awaits.
Let's see. Sure, let's just drop this here.
Their time has come.
Time to shine.
All right, let's do a open attack into Pirouette to finish them off.
Bleed for Noxus.
Let's get it, crew.
All right, GG.
I will break them.
So yeah, gonna be back once I'm home, probably.
Only one way.
Since we have Riptide, we don't want to do the cost reduction, so let's grab Titan's Axe. Let's try to see if we can get a fun spell. Sure. Another spell starts at the start of the game, not bad. And Kaisa. Alright, let's see. Let's actually get rid of most of these. We really just want to be sure we have our Swain, especially since we're starting with the attack token.
Vision to see what others can. Empire above all.
Alright, let's hope they don't have some form of control to stop us. They shouldn't. The Kaisa deck shouldn't have anything like that. We could just kill them. Sure. Oh my word. At least they can't block Swain, but they'll block our other unit.
I will break them.
Empire overall. I'm really excited with how good Swain is as a champion. It makes me excited to see what else they end up doing. Actually, we'll just pass. They'll... Okay. I was like, they'll probably play something else, right? Apparently not.
Or perish.
GG.
Their time has come. That little lie. Raise the Noctora.
Yeah, the interview is with... gonna be on the 10th. It's with Riot Dirtle, and he's actually gonna be the person that's leading the content for that patch. And he's also the person that did, like, apparently 90% of the constellations. So it'll be interesting to chat with him for a bit. Alright, so this one, chat doesn't choose. Chat chose the last one, so don't choose a champion. Eventually, I might stop or not have time to refund people. Challenge for Ashe. Power Observation. All players summon a Hextech Observatory, so our first spell every round. Pretty much the Lux star powers. Axe. Ice Ball. So you either mean True Ice Flail or you mean the Snow Globe. So you mean... Guardian Orb, I think it's called. The Snow Globe. right, let's see. Yeah, I'm guessing he means Guardian Orb. Who do we want to go with? You know what? I almost never play Ashe in the monthlies. I always wait for a good time to play her, and I normally never end up actually playing her. So let's just grab Ashe, I guess. Not that it's going to be great here, but not like it won't matter. Alright, so... people love the Fear-Cleaving Axe. I'm guessing you mean Guardian's Orb, because it's a snow globe. So then we have one other rare relic slot if people want to suggest something. One day, I think I'm just going to go through my Spirit Forges and try to get every single champion to 3 epic relics. Because I think I either have enough or I'm close. Snow Glove. Don't really know what Snow Glove is. So I'm going to put on True Ice Flail. And then just go with it. I mean, Jarm's Fist has nothing snowy about it. Yeah. Ice Ball 2. Okay, so you want 2 Guardian's Orbs? Alright, we're just gonna go with that. If you speak in riddles, I'm going to misinterpret you. Alright, let's go ahead and see support champion. So 1 cost Forge, that's not terrible. Chip is adorable. We can do better, right? Udyr fits lore-wise, kind of. They're both Freljord. So let's go for that. That's actually not bad. The Unscarred Reaver with regen, that's pretty good. This one's snowy. Let's do a reroll just to see if there's anything else cool. Yeah, we're fine. All right. Focusing Crystal, sure. All right, Ashe versus Ashe.
I'll lead the way.
Should be fun. No jumping, Protoporo. Sag. Yeah. This is fine. How do you correctly spell Snow Glove? I mean... if you're trying to say Snow Glove, that looks right. Let's... drop our Omen Hawk. And Frightened Ibex. They might kill our Unscarred Reavers.
If they're out there, I'll spot them.
I've got this.
I guess we can kill that. This is going to be a very slow adventure. I guess we really need to utilize our Hextech Observatory to play spells for free. Alright, let's drop this. We can play it for free. And sure, drop our Ashe.
Avarosa, guide me. Faster than my arrow? I think not.
Oh, she gave herself Black Cleaver. I was like, I don't remember her having that. Well, Ashe is just going to be perpetually frostbitten. All right. We don't have room for this. Let's... Well, it'll give us double draw. Yeah, sure. They'll probably drop their Ashe.
Let fly! I will unite the Freljord.
We can get rid of one of the Unscarred Reavers, actually.
Swiftly now.
Yeah, let's just attack and do damage straight to the face instead of damaging anyone or killing them. Oh, yeah. Ashe is always a little slow. I think next round we might play a Wild Claw into Shaman's Call.
I'll lead us to victory! Faster than my arrow? I think not. Avarosans, stand together!
Tread carefully.
Let's actually get rid of our Omen Hawk. It's not really going to do too much for us. This. Well, let's go ahead and ban someone. Do. Happens fairly often, sadly.
A gift from Avarosa.
Well, that's rude. Alright, let's... Do we care about Overwhelm? Sure. Granted, they have 6 mana, they might just keep frostbiting us. Sure, let's drop Udyr.
Spirits of the land, hear my call.
They happen everywhere? Yeah, I know. Just part of content creation. Any guide for monthly? I mean, I literally just started them, so not yet. But yes, there will probably be one. Yeah, let's just attack. GG. My suggestion for the monthly is to win. Good call.
Now begins a new era of peace.
Yeah, I always complete the monthlies before I do the monthly guide. You know, Ashe is very OP with the 6-star. I mean, I feel like everyone is OP with their 6-star, but I have not played Ashe with the 6-star, so I don't know. Your Swain guide was beautiful. Thanks for it. Glad you enjoyed it. That, yeah, put a lot of work into that. I'm hoping that I can kind of use that as a template for future adventures that they release. Should be fun. All right, challenge 5. You guys get to pick the champion. 2 stars, Kate and Talia. All players summon a 0/10 Phantom Prankster. And then heroics grant the foe's strongest ally 1/1 for each of their other allies. You want Elise. Okay. I'll just give Elise the worst possible build because I know how much you like that. No, all right, we'll just stick with this here. More champion draw, that's fine. Elise will be one that'll be fun to get to 6 stars. No, do not want the ephemeral. Don't really want that either. Let's try to see if we can get a good keyword on our Elise. It is not happening. Well, we tried. Sad. Yeah, we won't bother. Our starting deck's fine. All right, Talia.
Begins with a single stitch.
I mean, Long loves his Elise propaganda. Let's get rid of these 2. And even Heimerdinger. Yeah, it'll be fun that this next patch we get Pike. Really looking forward to that. Also, the fact that they're completely reworking his star powers makes me think that for Nasus, they are going to completely rework his star powers, and they're just going to give you Disarmed as the 4-star, since that's essentially what his 2-star is at the moment.
You won't suffer long.
If it's made of sand, I can write.
Get her out from the darkness.
It's funny how a common relic is Elise's best one. I mean,
Run you over.
I wouldn't say it's her best relic, but it's part of one of her best builds, if that's what you mean. But yeah. It is nice how common relics are actually still usable sometimes in the late game. Are there any news about future new champs added to Path of Champions? I mean, they've said that it's going to happen, but yeah, they haven't said when or given any actual details. So yeah, we don't really know. I think. Yeah, we'll just pass and actually just attack with these 2. We could play Elise, but why bother? I'm really interested to see how much content they're trying to give us every single month, because so far, double attack, don't mind if I do. So far, we've been getting a lot of content every month, and there hasn't really been any months that are really low on content. We haven't had any like lull month where it's just like nothing really happens.
I'm on the case.
Caitlyn. So I'm interested to see if they have a certain content cadence or like a minimum amount of content they're trying to put forward every month. That'll be interesting to see. And that's something I'm gonna ask about, because after the Constellation update, which was huge, like it's pretty much the biggest update we've ever had. After that, I was wondering like, oh, we're gonna have a really small month, but that's not what happened at all. We had another massive month. Yeah, attacking. One of them will die, but we'll get them. Oh. Why didn't they attack with the patrol warden? Or block? Weird.
We're going in.
Yeah, it's fine for one of them to die because we just get them back at the end of the round. Strike, draw one. Yeah, we'll pass.
Me, miss? Not by a long shot.
Alright, if we could draw Elise, that would be great. Thank you.
I pull the strings. We could use a bite.
What seems to be the problem?
Weird. Oh.
Skitter out from the darkness.
So yeah, we know we're getting Pike added, GG. And they said that they were going to be doing 2 to 3 champions every month. So there should be one other champion minimum other than Pike that's either being added or is being updated. I really feel bad for Yasuo though, because he was so overshadowed by Swain. Like, since he's already such a good champion and his constellation wasn't that impactful, I feel like a lot of people just didn't really care that he got added. It's like it's the Swain patch, and then Yasuo is just kind of an afterthought for most people, myself included. Feel bad for him. All right, challenge 6, so I get to pick the champion. You guys pick the build. Game start, the foe summons Targon Peak. Round end, all players draw 1. They did him dirty with the constellation. Yeah. Demacian Might, when one of the foe's units strikes, grant it 1/1. Let's see. Yasuo bonus stars are pretty nice, but the powers ain't it. I mean, the constellation, everything is like helpful. It's just not that crazy. But I mean, he's already such a strong champion, it makes sense they didn't want to go overboard with it. Sure, let's just grab Talia for the fun of it. Alright, so we have Rage Blade, or not Rage Blade, Fear Cleaving Axe and Rage Blade, which is kind of nice. Don't have to spend Ionic Crystal on him. Yeah, that is true. It is kind of nice when there's a champion that's like, they're already good and they don't really feel compelled to want to upgrade them as much. Is it better to try to raise Viego to 6 stars, or better to raise other champions to 3 stars? I mean, normally it's better to spread out your power across your champions. But there's a couple factors to play. For one, if you have a solid champion from every region, then you don't need to spread it out as much. So if you already have one good champion from every single region, and then you maybe just want Viego to be your main champion for Shadow Isles, and you think his 6-star is very fun, then you could... It would be better to do that. But generally you want to spread out your power. But if you really have fun with Viego, and especially if you have a solid champion from every region, then do what's going to be the most fun. But yeah, definitely try to get everyone to 2 stars at least. Almost all champions are... They feel mostly complete at their 2 stars. A lot of champions feel very painful without their 2-star, but at least try to get everyone to 2 stars, and then moving someone up to 3 stars isn't as necessary. All right, we have one last relic slot if people want to throw something in there. If not, I think I'll just throw on a Crown Guard. And let's go for it. I will say having some 6-star champions can make it very nice for when they release these new hard mode adventures, because then you actually have someone that you should be able to clear the adventure with, and normally it makes the adventure a lot more fun. Kennen, Starspring, Victor. Sure. Let's go here. Yeah, that's what I really want to use that on, sadly. Let's go Phage and Tom Kench.
It is my mouth into which all travels in.
Is it doable to get the 6 stars with no bundles? Yes, but it's also going to take a good amount of luck and time. And it's going to get easier in the future. They've already said they're going to add more ways to get the constellation materials. Right now, if you were someone that kind of had a maxed out account before the constellation updates, the constellation came out, you went and you did all the stuff to get the new rewards, then you could potentially have someone at 6 stars without buying any of the bundles.
Join the glorious evolution. There's
But
always
just because it's doable doesn't mean it's easy.
flesh of the enemies of intellect. Ingenious. Electroplating completed.
A little luck for those who need it.
Stands beneath me and he is behind me.
All right, let's drop that there.
Obsolete.
And sure. Yeah, they also said that they're going to have ways to target farm in the future. So that if you want to get like a certain region done, or you really want to get like a star crystal, or you want to upgrade someone's constellation, they've said they're going to be adding ways to target farm in the future. Now, what those ways actually are, we don't know yet. But they've said that that is going to be happening, although they said that's going to be more like the latter half of the year. So it's going to be a little while before that actually takes effect. Only 6 stars I want are Misfortune and Ash, but I have 0 Nova Shards for either. Yeah. For me, I got lucky, and the Nova Crystal I got from one of the quests was for Shadow Isles, so I was able to get the Viego 6-star without having to buy any bundles or anything, or at least not buy the Nova Crystal. I think we'll keep this for later. Since today we're in the latter half of 2020, yes, but I'm pretty sure since they said it when we were already pretty much in the latter half, that they mean like November, December, that time.
Oh, I don't require a menu. River always provides.
They say these were from the Protector himself.
All right, so we do have another copy of Victor. We could give him 4 extra damage. This would actually give him 5. This won't count as a created card. but it won't be enough to actually kill their Tahm Kench, sadly. Yeah, that'll be a little rough, but we can just play another Victor, potentially. Personally not impressed by Nora's Constellation at all. Yeah, I'm not really... I don't care as much about Nora's either. I got a Nova Crystal from the quest for Jinx or Echo, still wondering which one to upgrade. I mean, that'll come down to who you have the resources for and who's the most interesting to you. If you want to do double damage with all your spells, then Jinx is obviously the way to go. If you want to really have fun with crazy scaling, then go for Echo. We're at challenge like 6, I think.
I'm sure there's something for my tastes.
All right, so she's going to give us a rally. All right, interesting. Nico's 4 stars garbage. It's not the best. Definitely could be a bit better. We want to actually mana, or Talia's going to cost nothing, so we actually don't need to save mana for her. Alright, so we'll attack like this, kill both of their units, and then we can drop our Talia for a rally. Most of the bonus stars aren't great. Nora's 4-star, and support champs get Portal Pals. I really dislike the design of the 6-star. 6-star is basically just Oath but permanent. I actually like that Nora summons followers. Yeah, kind of the same. When I saw that it was another one that just summons champions, it's like... we already have so many ways to do that. Like, you can either play Aurelion Sol, you can go for a Oath of the Guardians build. Yeah, I was kind of disappointed with that myself, to be honest. Hey SDG, how you doing? Everything okay? Yep, I'm a little bit tired. I didn't have the best sleep last night, which, I mean, is not that uncommon for me, sadly. But doing all right. Nor Oath build is fun too, so I'd rather just do that. Yeah. Yeah, she's one that I'm not really prioritizing. Somewhat sadly, I got a bunch of shards for her. So I actually have her fairly upgraded as far as like most of the constellations filled out. So I just got so many Nora fragments. But as far as actually getting her to 6 stars, she's fairly low on the priority list for me. Which is kind of funny because a lot of other people are like, whoa, she's so crazy. And just like, eh. Like, I'm sure she's powerful, but the playstyle doesn't look that appealing to me. Alright, challenge 7. So you guys get to pick the champion, and I pick the relics. So we have... Man, I am just... Poppy. I'm blanking on names right now. Poppy and Tahm Kench. Merciless Marksman. All players summon Crackshot Corsair. Sneaky Manta. If the foe has spell mana, steal 1, so pretty ignorable. Never played Yuumi, not even in PvP, so I'm intrigued by her. Vex and Yuumi have good constellations too, so I'm putting my resources there. Yeah, Vex and Yuumi do have some pretty good constellations. You got the Vex 6-star, congrats. Nice. Alawi, alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, let's just kind of go blasting. And yeah, let's go for Crown Guard. Alright, should be fun. Yeah, the Vex 6-star, like Vex, everything in the Vex constellation is crazy. That's kind of one of the best ones to get, just because it improves the champion so much. Alright, free attack, sounds good. Riptide Sermon is pretty expensive. Decent chance we're not going to play it. It's not bad. Scout's good. More attacks give us more spawn. So sure. Yeah, this is really good. We're probably just not going to get the mana to play it. We'll buy one of these just to kind of increase our odds of getting our champion, because not only are we going to get a champion, we're also drawing a unit. So if we draw the wrong unit, kind of gives us a more chance to draw our champion. And we actually won't really get too much other stuff just because we want to keep our deck pretty restrained, concise, narrow. There we go. That's a better word. All right, Tom Kench.
My mouth into which all travels in.
I do own Nova Crystal for Bandle City. Not really sure about Yumi's 6-star, but the rest of her constellations are nice. Vex, Ashe, and maybe Swain are the best. Yeah, Swain is tons of fun. I mean, even without his 6-star, like, anyone can go back and just look at pretty much all of my gameplay of playing Swain, and I was always having a blast. Even my very first match.
A little luck for those who need it.
All right, let's drop this to get some units on the board. Although, maybe should have just played Answered Prayer. Probably would have been better. Yeah, not the best. Oh well.
Surrounds us. I remember the fight.
Alright, so we will attack like this. Yeah, it'll be okay. Really buff up our tentacle. Yeah.
Do you feel her presence?
Swain feels really awkward to play without constellations. I mean, I thought he felt pretty good. I mean, at least getting his like 2-star. But yeah, having your constellations and getting the Pyromantic Wake definitely helps out a lot. All right, so almost able to end. Perfect. Thank you. You just gave us the game.
This land is ours.
Vex and Swain are good champions. Yes. Vex got improved a lot in the last patch. And then her constellation is fantastic. Let's scout or free attack. Now let's actually go for free attack. Normally with the scout, we're already going to level, which means we're going to trigger our crown guard and we might burn our attack token. I mean, we still might do a quick strike, but less likely. Let's just cut a card. All right, Poppy.
You want me? Well, okay.
Let's see. All right, that looks fine. I have him at 2 stars. I feel like no easy way to get the 1-star powered up. Needs the pyromantic upgrade in my opinion.
Gotcha in my size.
you have a lot of damage in your kit. If you have him at the 2 stars, you not only have all of the extra damage from your units dying, but you also have all the burn damage from all of your spells and units that have attacks and whatnot. Like there's skills that do attack and do extra damage. Their skills. I feel like the Pyromantic Wake definitely helps out a lot. But in the couple adventures that I played with him, it didn't really seem to be that big of an issue. Again, though, I only played him like 3 matches without getting him up to his Pyromantic Wake. So, while it didn't feel bad for me for those couple matches, I didn't play him for that long. It definitely is greatly improved with the Pyromantic Wake. Because, yeah, I felt without it, you have to go, like, full aggro and just throw as much damage at the enemy as possible. Like, not trying to do smart attacks or blocks, you're just trying to go full aggro and burn the enemy down. I did take him right into a 3-star weekly right away, to be fair. Maybe I'm being a bit unfair to him. I mean, I think he's okay without going all the way, but it definitely feels a lot better once you get the Pyromantic Wake. It is a massive upgrade. But I still think his star powers work on their own, the first 2. Alright, challenge 8. So I pick the champion, you guys pick the build, because it's an even one, 2 stars up against Viego. When any player summons a unit, sets health to 1, and Creeping Chill, round start, Frostbite, the player's strongest unit. Alright, let's see here. So it's also going to affect his units as well. Let's maybe go for Jack and see if we can try to just kill his units with the Mortal Marks. All right, what do you guys want to see as far as a build? Axe, of course. Ugh. Yeah, there's so many 6 stars that I want to be able to try. I'm just having to hold myself back from buying any more of the Nova Crystals. He really likes the axe. I only have 1 rare relic, so I can't use Disciple of Shadows. He helped you do the monthlies and now demanding your soul. The rare that deals 3 to all. Okay. He helped do these monthlies, or he helped to do last monthlies? So he helped to do these monthlies. That is pretty impressive considering they just came out. When do you expect guides for a monthly challenge to be released? I normally try to do it shortly after I complete the monthlies. So normally I complete the monthlies around the 7th, and then I try to get them done a little bit after that. It's normally the first half of the month is what I try to do. But it also just depends on what else is going on at the moment. Him, all right. All right, let's go. Oh. Yeah, sorry. They look They look very similar. I meant to put on the Wicked Harvest. Apologies. Oh, right. Yeah, we don't really need that. Negatively, thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate it. Let's see. 1 extra damage, 2 extra damage. Actually, the extra damage probably isn't really gonna matter because everything's just gonna have 1 health. So yeah, it doesn't matter. This one will be okay. All right, Viego.
This world can stop me.
All right, I refunded you Captain. Let's give it a Slippery Wave Rider. And yeah, we're fine with the rest. My current employer always says we have to set the salad. We have to get something from the cooler. We have to bring stuff out front. And I just reply with you mean me, right? Oh yeah. That is always... That does always happen where someone will say like, we need to do something, and they don't mean we, they mean you. Alright. Apparently didn't have the best draw. Oh yeah, they just get all of our units. Alright, let's drop this to just kill their whole board. Huh. Kind of wasn't paying attention to the fact that we got that. Alright. We're trying to be very careful, and we're not playing a lot of our mana refills, like our attunes, until they actually have units for us to kill. Alright, they're gonna play something, right? Oh my word. I was like, we'll pass, they'll play something, we'll refill our mana.
One life in exchange for another.
Ah, man. Oh, our mana's already full, that's why it didn't do anything. Rip. I was like, we refilled our mana, why didn't he kill them?
I joined them.
Yes, we have infinite Katarina. We just have to be careful because she's gonna have 1 health, so they'll be able to easily kill her. Alright, let's drop this.
I do this for her. For us.
Alright, so we'll drop Katarina.
Never play fair. To the point.
Alright, and now we'll just keep attacking until we end the game.
This might hurt. No one gets in my way. No going back. They're afraid. They should be.
Let's drop one of these just so we end this round. And GG. Fantastic. Glad we picked that relic build. Yeah, 100%. Axe MVP. I mean, yeah, I feel like the axe never does anything. Alright, challenge 9. So I picked champion, you pick the relics. Mountain Peak again, fan favorite. Strongest unit, 2 power and overwhelm. That'll be annoying with Aurelia. Since we have Aurelia, let's maybe go for Vhagar and just try to kill her. Toast, do you know if they're going to increase the legend level? I don't know. Hey, you don't... I feel like people don't even listen. Hey Dre, thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate the support. We'll go for Vhagar to be able to kill these units. Do I know if they plan on increasing legend level? No, I do not. My guess is that we just pick the relics. Did I screw up the order? Oh, it's challenge 9. Yeah, you do actually get to. Man, I am just lost and confused. Yep, so I guess you do get to pick it. Apologies. No, I don't know if they're going to change the legend level. What I'm guessing that they're doing is they're keeping it capped for right now, so all the people that are lower down can try to get closer to the people that are maxed out, so there's less of a gap between newer players and people who have been playing the game for a long time. So I'm guessing that they're gonna leave it capped for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then they're gonna increase it. So will they increase it eventually? Probably. Are they gonna do it immediately? Like it has been a couple months now, so they might, but they still could leave it for a little bit longer. Do I want Found Fortune? Let's actually go ahead and try Portal Pals. See if we get something fun with that. Yeah, all right. All right, support champion. Sure. Let's just... stay in Freljord. I like staying in my region, if you haven't noticed. That's pretty nice. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab this. That's fantastic. Wouldn't be the worst. They need to fix this. The fact that, one, it goes down so we can't see them all, but then it actually blocks part of the description. I think it's 3 or less power. 4 or less. Yeah, it's odd. Having this at the start of the game is nice, so let's grab that. Let's... oh. This would actually be Titanic. But... Alright, let's go ahead and go for Ashe.
I'll lead the way.
Alright, let's... sure. Hopefully we draw something else that's usable. But we're starting with 4 mana, so it should be fine. Also, yeah, with the Targon's Peak, this will be pretty good. Yeah, we can go for the Valkyr's Prophet. We're also going to have a unit die.
One Freljord.
Weak and unworthy.
Intruders, stay back.
I failed you, Vali.
A sign of
Perfect.
brighter things to come.
Alright, hopefully he gets the strike off. Maybe? What's gonna hit first? Okay, yeah. Capture hits before strike.
All the world on one arrow.
I think let's just Frostbiter. Dune Swallower is fun. Don't necessarily know if I want to kill that many of my own units. But well, sure, we'll grab it.
Show them the way.
Alright, let's go ahead and kill these 3. So we can now play the Sunderer for free, but it wouldn't actually really make much of a difference because he's just going to strike this anyways. Let's guess go here.
It is easy, see?
We'll risk playing another unit, but we might just get frostbitten, so we could get punished.
I will unite the Freljord.
And not the worst.
Have you met my shield? Good luck.
Go for extra damage. Yeah, let's just go for damage. So, sorry, Braum.
Many tribes, one Freljord.
We could use your help.
Take
No one got my dad joke. Jin would, I'm sure. Let's go ahead and end here. Oh, finally got our Void Bear.
Bring me the calm of an ice-shrouded world.
blood is spilled.
Ah, GG.
The weaklings are routed.
Also, I'm going to keep mentioning it throughout the entire stream, but I'm going to be missing the 4th because it is a big holiday in the US, and it's also one of my brother's birthdays. So I'm going to be traveling on the 4th and might be traveling back on the 5th. So I'm potentially going to be missing 2 days.
Fight for the first flag.
Which is why for today and tomorrow, we're trying to do 20 challenges instead of just 10 so that we don't fall behind. Yeah, just a heads up for anyone that is here. That's probably what is going to be happening later this week. The 4th and potentially the 5th, I won't be here. Yeah, we can... I'd like to be able to get strike off with him. Yeah, let's do an Ice Veil Archer. This time you took note of it? Yeah. I know there's still gonna be people on like the 4th that are like, what? Why aren't we doing the stream? And I was like, well, kind of mentioned it several times, but that is kind of the issue with streams is people that watch the whole thing, so they miss stuff, which is understandable, but let's actually drop this. We get another unit on the board, so we get another unit that's gonna die.
The order rewards its faithful.
Volibear is so much fun. They've done such a good job with their expensive champions recently. They're so fun. Volibear, Elder Dragon. Somewhat Viego, although he's not like 6 cost is kind of borderline. Yeah, I'm gonna keep hold of Braum until we kind of need him. Goodness.
From shores to hills, we know every acre.
Ezreal was incredible, as well as Viego. Yeah, like, when they first came out, yeah, some of the champions were a little rough. Like, Nasus and Ornn, when they were released, not the best. But now it's just fantastic. Alright, let's drop our Crown Guard to get a rally. Drop our Braum to get rid of their blocker. Drop this for more damage. And GG. Fantastic. I'm really looking forward to Pike. I have like over 100 wild fragments right now. By the time the patch comes out, I'm probably gonna be close to 200 wild fragments actually, because you get like 30 from the monthlies. Should be so good. Hey Toast, slightly upset at being distracted. At myself with being distracted with other games and missing out on my monthly goal. I got 15 wins at least. That was nice. It's a little sad. Alright, so it's an even. I pick the champion for evens, you guys pick the champions for odds. So we have another just 1 star up against Gangplank. Mountain Peak again. This is like the 3rd time we've seen this. And Crush, the foes units have Overwhelm. I think let's go ahead and grab Nasus. I feel like I keep scrolling over him. There we go. Axe, of course. Secret technique. All right. I'll probably miss this one as well because a game is coming out tomorrow that'll be grinding the living hell out of because the beta was so fun. Is that First Descendant? Is that already out, or is that the game you're talking about? Huh, I heard a lot of very mixed things about that game, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. The strike when summon one. There are 2 of the strike relics, so you'll have to be slightly more specific. We have Gatebreaker and we have Stalker's Blade. I'm gonna be working tomorrow, but I want to check it out on Wednesday. Strike the enemy. Guess you mean Stalkers. All right, let's go ahead. You did say strike when summoned. I mean, true. These upgrades seem fun, so yeah, let's go here. Let's go for our champion. We can get rid of the sand spinner. Sure, more cost reduction sounds fun. And Gangplank.
I accept your terms.
There are 5 Targon's Peak challenges this month. I mean, we've already gotten 3 of them, which is kind of insane. We've gotten 3 of them in the first 10. Let's see. Yeah, I guess we'll start off with some early units. Alright, let's... yeah, go for Bloodthirsty Marauder.
The butcher craves blood.
Stands beneath me and winds behind me.
Aw, sad. I was really hoping they weren't going to play. Oh, or kill their barrels. Because that's why I wanted to play Nasus, was to kill their barrels. Oh well. You can pre-download it right now, but you get to play it tomorrow. Nexon, whatever, I don't care. It was a lot of fun to play, and I want people to benefit from the doubt before tossing it into the wayside because of the company behind it. If it's like Warframe, it'll be my favorite game. If it's like Destiny, paid DLC, free to try, I'll be so disappointed at another game. I enjoyed Dying to Greed. Yeah. I hope it's good. That was a game that, especially for a little while, Path of Champions, when it was doing very bad, I was like looking into if I should try to cover another game. And First Descendant was one that I was looking at of a possibility. But with Runeterra doing so much better, it's like, okay, it's not really needed. Alright, drop our Nasus, kill their barrel before they can do anything.
Store the rations, shackle the prisoners.
That one has vulnerable. Rude, keeping us from leveling up.
Life and death intertwined.
Toast, will you ever consider playing other card games? Most other card games don't have a PvE mode like this. So, like, I don't even play this card game's PvP, so not necessarily. Like, I play other card games, but as far as making content for them, I'd maybe stream another card game. If I had time to stream something else and wanted to showcase something, that's probably when I would do it. If there's other games like Slay the Spire, like they're making Slay the Spire 2, and something else like a card game like Balatro, it's like possibly, but as far as actually like covering a game full time, making YouTube videos and stuff like that about it, Probably not. Hearthstone kind of has one. Not sure how it is nowadays, though. Wild Frost is a fun PvE roguelike card game. Highly recommend. Wild Frost. I'm not sure if I've actually heard about that one before. Wild Frost doesn't sound familiar. Inscription I haven't played, but I have heard about it. Yeah. We should have a variety stream once a week. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. But I just didn't have time. Because I like doing variety streams when I don't have something to cover in my main game. But I just normally do have something to do. Like I have content I feel like I need to make for my main game. But that's what I wanted, was to do a variety stream once a week. Warframe is so good. Everyone has leisure to play everything in the game. Every update's free. Love it. Then I got Destiny with the biggest, coolest content drop ever with Prismatic. And it's paywalled. Sad you need to buy the content in that game. Yeah, I used to play Destiny a lot, especially the first, like Destiny 1. I played like all of Destiny 1, and then, well, almost all of Destiny 1. I think there might have been like one update where I kind of dipped. But yeah, Destiny nowadays, I don't really like it too much. And then Warframe, I've tried several times, but I always bounce off of it. Challenge 11, so odd, you guys get to pick the champion. Yes. 2 stars, we have Draven with a lot of modifiers, so Ionia costs less, P&Z costs less, disarmed, and when they play a spell, they buff their weakest unit. Hi, what are you doing right now? We're going through the monthlies. Warframe can be hard to get into, but it's great. Yeah. That's kind of the issue for me, is a lot of those games are... they're games that want a lot of time from you, and I normally just don't have that time. Yeah, let's just stick with our normal build and blast through here. So we got through the first 10. Hopefully we can get through the next 10 without it being too long. Would really like some removal spells, especially some cheap removal spells. Blanc. I guess we'll go for Senna again. Let's see. We're playing him around 1, so cost reduction doesn't really matter. Sure. More stats. Ooh, go hard. That'll be fun. Yes. All right, Draven.
Welcome to the League of Draven.
Does Volibear 4-star do anything useful? Don't you already strike the weakest enemy with the Titanic Blaze? Yes, and that's kind of the biggest issue, is that you are killing the unit that is already vulnerable. So it can help early on before you're dropping your Titanic units to get some kills, to be able to drop your Titanic units. So it's one that, like, it's good in theory, but in practice, it normally doesn't actually work out that well. Luckily, Warframe generally lets you play at your own pace. Yeah, it's grindy, but you feel like you miss out. You don't feel like you miss out on anything if you don't log in a lot. All right, let's, yeah, just drop Swain.
Fear the power you do not see. Bleed for Noxus.
Yeah, for me right now, I'm playing a lot of Path of Champions still. I also am... I got back into WoW, or World of Warcraft, which is kind of a game that is another one of those you want to just be playing a lot of, or playing regularly. So normally I'll hop on and play that for a couple minutes every day. And then outside of that, it's like I like to have a lot of games where I can just drop in, have fun, play, and then drop out. But haven't really been in the mood for another like looter shooter, really. Like Warframe is one that, even though I bounce off of it, I wouldn't say like, oh, it's a bad game. It's just not one that's ever really been able to grab me. And I've tried like, I think at least 3 times to get into it. And I'm normally like, yeah, it's good, but I would just rather play something else.
Such little lives.
Let's help pick all of his 4 plus star champs, make it go faster. I mean, that'll make today go faster.
Break them.
That's the thing. Since the monthly challenges keep staying at 70, and we keep just getting more champions, yeah, you just have more champions you can absolutely blast through. GG. Yeah, same. Tried Warframe once, and it feels very slow, and you always do the same thing over and over. Yeah, it's definitely very grindy, which isn't necessarily a problem. Because grindiness is just...
Praise the Noctora. Remember
For some
this
people it's
day.
good, some people it's bad, and it's the same thing with Path of Champions. I mean, if you're playing Warframe right, you can go very, very fast with all of their, like, jumping and kind of gliding around. Like, when you get into it, you can play very quickly. But potentially the progression, I would say, maybe feels slow. But again, yeah, I haven't played that much Warframe. I've just done the intro part like 3 times. And every time the intro part's like slightly different, so it's like, oh, they changed this a little bit. It's a little better. But I still don't last. Alright, challenge 12. You guys pick Swain, I pick this one. 3 stars. We have Lee Sin as well as Zed. Merciless Marksman, so all players summon Crackshot Corsair. Seen that one a lot. Pick their bones clean. Each round, the first time the foe summons unit, grant it impact. Pretty unremarkable powers. Let's see, who do we want to do here? We do have Zed. Axe, of course, yeah. Shock and awe. Sure, let's... we actually can't use... Yeah, Annie won't actually work. Because we don't have the relics on her. Yeah, we have a bunch on Swain, but I don't feel like using Swain here. Sure, we can use Misfortune. Shock and Awe, Axe, and then we have one other one. I'm excited for the first Descendant, or Descendants, because I'm kind of tired of Warframe's nuke your screen every 2 seconds meta. All right, so yeah, we have one more if anyone wants to suggest something. Yeah, First Descendant is one that's like, I'm somewhat considering downloading and testing out, but it's also just like, if I had more free time, it's one that I would probably do, but I just don't know if I'll have the time to actually do anything, really put the time into it. Guess let's go for Packed Powder just because it is her relic. One of her relics. She actually, yeah, has two. And yeah, let's go for it. All right, Ezreal. Wow, all right, that's big. Yeah, let's go here. Sure, make her even better. Ooh, this is really good. This will give us a rally. So yep, we can do that. All right, Zed. Love Warframe, but the power fantasy gets old. I'm hoping for a more grounded, balanced system. I mean, their new game looks interesting. They're like Warframe, but old school sort of system they have going on. Soulframe, yeah. That's another one that's like, I don't know a lot about it, but it looks interesting from what I've seen. So we could just kill that right away. Sure. Yeah, I don't think it's a Souls-like game. Let's drop this and this. So maybe that will be kind of fixing your problem of not having it, still giving you your Warframe type experience, but having it be just a little bit slower. Or at least not as crazy as it is right now, with you just dash in and instantly blow everything up.
I never miss.
Sure, let's drop this. All right, well, that's a lot of damage.
Captain's orders.
That is a lot of damage. Just imagine if we had her at 6 stars, where all of those are doing like 4 extra damage. A good middle ground between Warframe and Destiny is what I want. Yeah, hopefully their new one is pretty good. The first person shooter I'm actually looking forward to is the new Doom game, because it's like Doom Year 1 or something like that. So that actually looks pretty fun. Hopefully it goes back to me closer to like Doom 2016, because I actually prefer Doom 2016 over Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal got... yeah, I didn't really like the direction they went with that one. Have you seen the combat for it? It's more focused. Divery has fog walls too. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of combat for the other Warframe game. Although I don't know how much they've actually put out. Yeah, Doom Eternal, good, but a bit over the top. Yeah. It's another one of those games that's like, I wouldn't call this a bad game. It's just a game that's like, it was designed for a different audience that wasn't me, but I was someone that absolutely loved Doom 2016. That game was so much fun, which is a little sad when You would think that I'd be more their target audience, but then it's like, not actually, because they just went in a different way. Well, let's do a Make It Rain to get our damage to buff up our Misfortune. But yeah, Doom Eternal was a little much.
Not all mean well.
Yeah, we'll just drop that there. Oh, it is actually melee combat for the other Warframe game. Interesting. I kind of just figured just more just with like more focus on melee, but also still some ranged weapons, just kind of more old-timey.
Keep firing till they're dead on the ground. My kind of plan.
All right, we'll drop this and then drop our Jagged Butcher.
Never stop shooting.
You liked Eternal, never played 2016. You should try to play 2016. You could probably pick it up for a sale. It'd be interesting to see what you thought of it, because if Doom Eternal was your first game, you might be like, oh, this is great, and then play 2016 and be like, oh, this is even better. But yeah, they're both not bad. I just prefer the approach for 2016.
Smiles.
All right, so challenge 13. You guys get to pick the champion, 2 stars. We have Karma as well as Kaisa. All units have Strike Double my power. Fun. And on the case, the foe have Nexus Strike, plant 1 Flash Bomb on the top 8 cards of the player's deck. I do miss Caitlyn. I wish they brought her back. I enjoyed playing her in the old Path of Champions. Good times. Volibear. Alrighty. The Portal Pals didn't really do too much. Let's go back to our Found Fortune. There's 2 of them, so we should get a shop, which means we should be able to pick up some good champions. I want to play as Lucian, to be honest. Yeah, Lucian would be fun too. Another game that I need to play more is Darktide. That was one that I was able to pick up and I had fun with it for a bit, but didn't have as much time. I need to play that one more. So Darius would be Titanic. Swain would be Titanic. Ravenous Flock would be easy way to get kills. We could often play that one for free. Yeah, let's go for Darius. As a Swain Pike main on League, I'm having an amazing time. Alright, let's see. No, don't want that. This one's actually not Titanic. Yeah, let's try to re-roll here. Battery ram again. Oh, Sunderer. All right, that'll be fun. This is 8, so it's right below our Volibear, meaning we'll be able to drop this after we play Volibear, most likely, which will be very good. Judgment is kind of fun. Let's try one more. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling fine. We don't... A lot of the stuff we don't need. Extra mana, that'll be good for Kaisa. Let's... Yeah, we'll go for Bjerg. It's fine. Alright, Karma.
always trust your spirit.
Yeah, I saw the ARAM. I don't really like playing with it too much. Sure. All right, let's drop the Grenadier. I'm gonna risk passing. I feel like they're going to drop their Karma. They have 5 mana. They have Karma in hand. Thank you.
The answer lies within. Ionia speaks through me.
I dare not whose blood is spilled. Done yet.
Fantastic. I guess, yeah, I didn't even think about the fact that our strike is going to trigger the forced workout. So all of our units are going to be even bigger. So we could drop Darius. We would be able to get him to a level. Yeah, I want to save the Sunderer. I mean, we're probably just about to end anyways, but... I got Nidalee to... Oh, I got Nidalee on my 4-star Nico. Nice. GG. Yeah, Volibear is kind of extra good on the forced workout. I don't think I've really ever used him on it before. But yeah, you play it, you get that strike off, they immediately double their power. Pretty fun. I am very intrigued on what... on what they're going to do for Pyke and his different star powers. Because the fact that they're just completely reworking all the star powers is very intriguing. Strike, draw 1. Sure, let's go for a draw spell. All right, Kaisa.
Are you the hunter or the prey?
Like I said, I want to see him demolish her. Well, there you go. I have a Nova Crystal for Runeterra. I decided if I should give it to Aatrox, Nico, or wait for Kayn. Yeah, that is a little bit tough. I feel like the Nico 6-star would actually be pretty fun. Same with Aatrox. Yeah, that is a tough one. Because for the Nico constellation, I don't really like most of it, but the 6-star does seem like it'd be pretty good.
The Winter's Claw strikes.
Sure, let's just immediately kill that. Yeah. Nico 6-star is strong, but the rest of her constellation is bad. Everything in Aatrox is amazing. Yeah.
Teeth big as tombstones.
Take the children to safety now.
Look up there.
Save the children.
Personally, I hate the design of Nico's 6-star, but I can't deny how powerful it is. Yeah. I had a lot of Nico fragments and just got the damn crystals. I really look forward to when they make the crystal acquisition better. I mean, hopefully that's gonna happen soon. Because they have a lot of different ways they're wanting to improve it. Like the target farming, that part will be a while. But we should be able to get some of the...
I have
other ways to improve it, such as like the extra monthly challenges or extra weekly challenges that they have hinted at. All right, we'll just open attack because we're just going to end the game. That's kind of the crazy thing that I keep seeing people online say like how terrible the system is, how it's just completely pay to win, like you can't get anywhere at all as a free-to-play player. And it's like they did add a lot of the rewards into the game for you to be able to just farm and grind out. Like, yes, you can pay to unlock stuff early, but they act like you can't get anything as a free-to-play player, and it's like, that's really not the case. Like, if you're someone that just started and you're complaining you can't get the endgame materials when you just started, then maybe that's what's going on, but yeah, it's a little weird. Alright, so challenge 14. You guys just picked Volibear. So we have 2 stars, Ezreal as well as Fiora. This is like the 4th time we've seen this one. That's how Warframe is. Pay to skip, not pay to win. And red as her lips, deal 1 to all the foe's units and grant the foe's units 1 power. You know what? Sure. Let's just go for... Let's go for Tahm Kench. There's probably better places to use him later, but we'll go here. So we have 2 Epic Relic slots. But Tahm Kench will be good as for the red as her lips power, as well as for shutting down Ezreal. You can for sure get tons of 4-star and bonus stars, and get tons of power to champs for free. You'll just be limited on the 6 stars. Yeah. Do you know the glitch with Swain where he strikes Nexus with Gatebreaker, levels, and does Riptide twice? Not really sure what you're talking about, so no. Alright, I guess let's go ahead and... No one's gonna do anything. Maybe throw on some Berserker's Buckles for fun. I think game going, pay to win. What do you think about Mr. Toast? So, yes, in the sense that you can buy stuff to be able to further along your progression. So I would be fine with saying that the game is pay to win. The only issue I have is when people say that you can't progress without paying. It's like, yes, you can pay to get the Nova Crystals, you can pay to get a lot of fragments for your champion, so you can further on your progression a lot faster, which most people would say is pay to win, and I wouldn't argue that. The only thing I would argue is people saying that the game is only pay to win and you can't progress without paying, and that is the part that I would disagree with. Because it's like, they put a ton of rewards into the game for you to be able to grind and upgrade your account and get a lot of the upgrades for the constellations. So pay to win, sure, but it's not only pay to win. It's not like that's the only path available to you. If you enjoy the game, then you can still get all the stuff and upgrade your account. It's just going to take you a little bit longer. Well, so a lot of people have their own definitions for pay to win, but like most people would say pay to skip. is still pay to win, because pay to win, are you spending money to get power? Yes, you are, because you're able to just immediately buy a 6-star. 6-star is a lot of power. You're able to buy fragments and stuff to be able to further on your progression, to be more powerful. Most of the stuff in the game, though, you can still earn by playing. Really, the only thing that isn't is Starforged Gauntlets, which is why they need to make Starforged Gauntlets available to people. It was fine for it to not be available immediately. That made sense, or that was okay. But now it needs to be made available so that everyone can get it, because that is kind of the most pay-to-win aspect to the game, because it's not available to free-to-play players. Everything else, sure, it's pay-to-win in the fact that you can skip that progression, but as long as you can still earn everything free-to-play, then I think it's totally fine, especially because without the pay-to-win aspects, the game would just be dead, which isn't good. Let's... strike, draw one, sure. Yeah, let's go here.
I would gut down the opposition.
I can't progress right now, and I can't defeat Lissandra, either Swain with 3-star champs. Then you're probably someone that started the game relatively recently. And those are more of the end game systems, which you're meant to build up to. You're not meant to be able to defeat those immediately. So just because you can't defeat those doesn't mean the game is bad or pay to win. It's just that is a end game challenge for you to work up to, because when those were added in, like, those were meant for the people that have been playing since the beginning. And you can defeat both Lissandra, like, it is possible to defeat both Lissandra and Swain with 3-star champions.
I'm still good to scrap.
It's pay to win, but everything in the game can easily be accomplished for free. There isn't anything that needs money at all. You can just use money for extra power. Yeah, I would mostly agree with that. I maybe wouldn't say everything can be easily accomplished for free, because I know there's going to be some people that do struggle and aren't able to complete everything. But yeah, you can do everything for free in the game. It is 100% possible to do that.
Where are you off to?
But also, it's going to be a challenge. It's not necessarily going to be easy. Like, for the Swain adventure, they made it to be hard. Even if you play it with a 5-star champion, which is what it's tuned for, it's still going to be a tough challenge, and that's the point. So some people are upset that they're not able to clear it, but it's like, it's not really supposed to be cleared easily. It's supposed to be something that's hard, that you have to really make a build for, come back to, and yeah, just be trying to figure out. Easily as in reasonable, not that the game is easy, then yeah, that is what I would definitely agree with. Then yeah, it's reasonable that you'd be able to complete everything in the game
Should have stayed home, pal.
without spending money. That is reasonable.
Come on, mate.
The challenges themselves will be hard, but yeah, reasonable is solid. Let's
Be at peace.
Ooh, you
attack like this, they will block here, and we will buffer up with, well, Astral Protection is a little bit too pricey. Sure, let's do this here. What should I do? 3-star Piltover Zon champs can't beat Swain.
You leave me no choice. Take heart. The possibility.
Jinx at 3 stars is pretty good.
I won't back down.
As far as some other P and Z ones, I think Janna could probably do it.
It's my ship.
Again, you'd have to have your Janna at 3 stars.
Stars fall. Live with purpose.
Yeah, Jinx will probably take a couple runs, and you probably need to get slightly lucky with powers. But Jinx should be able to clear it. I tried and failed 8 times with Jinx 3-star. She needs something like Shadow Totem, and I never got that. Let's go for Spells Chest. Alright, Health Potion. Let's actually go for the Champion Draw.
Quest accepted. Wait, where are we going?
So, when they designed the challenge, it is possible to be able to beat it with 3-star champions, but it's not necessarily made to be beaten with every 3-star champion. Because if a challenge is beatable by everyone, then it's going to be very easy for some champions. So if you make a challenge that's like easy to beat with an Ornn, then that means it's going to be like very easy to beat it with someone potentially like a Jinx. So the challenge is meant to be hard, and it's not supposed to be friendly for every single champion. And it is a 5-star, so it is tuned for 5-star champions. Now, you can get champions up to 4 and 5 stars without paying. The kind of best way to do that is to go through and get your rewards for the Aesol adventure, Lissandra adventure, Galio, Thresh, Kaisa, all of those they've made with tons of extra rewards that all give you the constellation materials, so you can try to power up some of your different champions. So to be able to beat Swain and you're struggling, you don't have people that are higher up, that is a really good thing to do. They also added a bunch of extra champion fragments in like platinum vaults, gold vaults, silver vaults, and a lot of the lower challenges. So if you're struggling to clear the hardest challenges, go back, grind through a lot of the extra rewards they added into the game to give you that power that you're not paying for, you're just playing the game, powering up, and then be able to use that extra power you're able to gain to then go and defeat Lissandra or Swain. Don't feel like you have to be forcing against this when there are other options available to you. Swapbot is the most annoying card. Hate it so much. I'm trying to beat Lissandra with Viego for the mission, and it's beating my ass. What level are you, and what build are you going with?
I proffer my allyship, Demon to Star Child.
Oh, Tom, There may be redemption for you yet.
Advertisers of plenty.
Yeah, it's definitely hard and definitely not impossible.
Stars fall.
Because I've done it dozens of times at this point and still technically undefeated. So it's difficult, but you can do it. It sucks trying to. It's like, should I bother buffing him up just for him to get eaten again? Let's go and try to get rid of that spell shield at least.
Excuse my impertinence.
Also, you can beat Acel run with your champ is level 13 or higher. Isn't so good, but Swain and Lissandro. Why they give XP? Imagine fighting Swain with 30 health. I mean, they just have to give adventures XP. So even though they don't really expect you to clear it, if you want to be crazy and you go into that adventure, like,
By starlight.
they need to reward you with something that every adventure gives XP. Even if they don't really expect you to play it below level 30. Yeah, we'll attack. We'll just use Astral Protection.
Me and glory.
I got the Urumi Shield, which easily kept me at full health every single fight. Yeah, that's another good one.
No way. I'm on it.
The possibilities are infinite. Live with
And hey, maybe, I know it's not likely, but someday they'll raise the level cap, so it'll be good to have higher XP rewarding adventures. Yeah, raising the level cap above 30. If that would happen, then yeah, it wouldn't be bad to
There's a meal.
have some of these adventures that give us more rewards. It is funny how they try to nuke us down so much. It's just like, you're not really doing much, to be honest. Also, we could use our wish and we'll be able to just end the game. Unless they have a way to destroy Starspring. The TK Soraka Dream? Yes.
Put me in, Tommy boy.
Oh, I'll be happy to accommodate, Pablo.
GG, Starspring.
the heavens rejoice.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they definitely can do with the game, and the great thing is since they're actually focusing on Path of Champions now, a lot is happening. We are getting so many increases to the game. It is fantastic. All right, challenge 15, 3 stars. We have Thresh with Crafty Portal, so Bandle City cost reduction, and Calling for Aid. You guys get to pick the champions. Or champion, I should say. I'm so sad that so few people know how good Path of Champions has become. Feels like such a hidden gem. I mean, I think a lot of new people have come to the game, and the more they improve it, the more people talk about it, the more word of mouth gets spread. The game will keep growing, and I think it's growing. I think it's doing decently well at the moment. which again is why I'm not really someone that's too upset with them adding stuff for us to buy. Like them adding a bundle every single month with an update, I am totally on board with. I do not want the game to die. So being sure that we actually have money coming in to support the game, I think that's going to be fantastic. All right. Disciple, Succubus Brand. I think the third one's a bit of a flex, so I think I often like to use Corrupted Star Fragment. The business model is so fair, you get an insane amount of stuff for free. Yes, and we're going to be getting even more stuff for free. Just some people, though, they see the fact that you can buy anything, and then they get upset, which is hilarious, because, like, people being upset that you can now buy stuff in the shop, it's like, this has been the main thing this game has needed for so long, and this was, like, the main complaint, people being like, hey, give us things to buy. We want to spend money on the game. Let us spend money on the game. And now that you can spend money on the game, there's probably other people that are then like, hey, I hate that there's stuff in the game that we can buy. The game is too pay to win now. It's just like, well, really, it's just people like to complain. Regardless, you can't please everyone. Let's just go for Spell Shield. And Thresh versus Thresh. Yeah, Soraka sounded very done with Tom. I mean, that was the crazy thing after the Swain adventure came out. I was having a blast, having a lot of fun, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go look and see what the subreddit says, and it's just all people complaining. I was just like, oh my word. It was pretty crazy. I felt bad. We had Riot Dev come in the chat and talk for a little bit. And they said how they needed to, like, stay on Twitch and not go to Reddit because of all of the stuff going on there. $76K? What are you responding to? Oh, how many channel points? Let's drop this. Get a free kill. Give us more cost reduction for our Thresh.
Does death follow me or peace?
Although I suppose we probably should have actually kept that one so we'd have another unit to drop. Although we wouldn't maybe have had the mana for it. Because yeah, we'd like to be able to play another unit to level up our Thresh before he attacks, so that when he attacks he can levels. Oh well. Honestly, I'm not surprised that Reddit hates Swain. I'm just surprised that they almost unanimously prefer Lissandra to Swain and think Swain is harder. I'm completely the opposite. Yeah, and I think it's just they've already gone through the difficulty of figuring out the Lissandra adventure. So to them, they feel like that is more fair. Whereas if they were reversed and Swain came out first and then Lissandra came out, I feel like the response would have just been the opposite. Or the exact same, but in reverse. Almost at 14K. I think the most of any channel I watch. Still waiting for that VIP redeem. Yeah, I looked into it at one point. Undying Keeper. Misfortune would actually be good, because we could kill her and then attack again.
Fortune favors the bold.
Yeah, let's... We also might bring out another one. Alright, looks good. Swain is a more winnable opponent. The first 3 or 4 games is more harder than the latter ones. And you normally find a way to stabilize after getting your second power. I get people not liking the excess currency system, but people complain about Swain when its difficulty is something you can entirely tech against with relics and powers. Is just lol. Yeah, that's the thing with Swain, is you know where all the difficulty is coming from before you step foot in the adventure. You know immediately when you get powers, when you get support champions, when you get rewards, what you need to look for in order to succeed. Whereas Lissandra, it's so random based on the opponents you get, based on whatever legendary powers they get. You just don't really know what you're going to be dealing with. So it's... yeah, it's a bit annoying, and I feel that's very unfair how people are upset at the adventure. Alright, let's try to get rid of a blocker here. Because while Swain is definitely difficult, I feel like it's so much more fair than a lot of the other encounters. Gonna run your Nico into Acel now. Good luck. Knowledge is power, and the fear of the unknown drives people into aggression sometimes. Also, some powers are ridiculously good against him, such as Undying Rage. Swain feels hard but fair. Lissandra is just BS. Yeah. Alright, this should be game. They don't have anyone to block our giant Thresh. Fantastic. I think a big issue is they release new content, Riot did, and people want to be able to play the new content, but there's going to be people that they might have the new content unlocked, but they're still relatively new to the game. So in all honesty, they pretty much have no right to try to go into the Swain adventure. Like, they're way too early to be able to go in there and win, but they feel like since they added new content into the game, that new content must be for them, right? So they try to go in, they get their ass handed to them, which is what should happen because they're like a very low level account. They might not have all their like rare relics, or just they're very low. And then they go and complain, they're like, oh, I can't beat this, it's too hard, when it's like, this wasn't made for you yet. It's made for you as an endgame system, but you're not really an endgame account yet. And it doesn't have to deal with like pay to win. It's just like, you're relatively new to the game. This wasn't really made for you to be able to complete. And if you could complete it, then it would actually be a failure for all the people it was meant for, which was all of the endgame individuals. I think it's going to be much better going forward when they release the like low level and high level version of the same adventure at the same time, because then everyone can go in, they can play the adventure, and then they can choose, do I want to play the low level version, or do I want to go play the high level version? It will still have some backlash of people that want to clear both of them and can't, but it'll be better when there is that option for people to play the new content, because yeah, when the new content comes out, everyone wants to play it, even if that content isn't necessarily meant for the entire player base, because it's meant for endgame. I'm guilty of this, which is why I stopped complaining after I realized that, hey, I'm not supposed to do this yet. Yeah, but it's understandable for wanting to play the new content. That's totally understandable. But trying to take it out on the developers, that's like, people being so mad about it isn't really the best way to vent your frustration. All right, challenge 16, 2 stars. You guys pick Thresh. It's even, so I pick this one. Unstoppable Force. Let's go ahead and grab Darius, because Darius is super fun. It sucks as an endgame, though. Nobody would really replay it after 5 quests. I disagree, because I actually really enjoy it. I play it after the 5 quests. Like, yes, I was doing it for content to make the Sai'nen adventure guide, but even after that, I'm gonna keep playing it. It's not gonna necessarily be my go-to, but I'm gonna probably want to play it more than Lysandra. So I think it works as another adventure for you to go to, because some people are going to prefer Lysandra, some people are just going to want to stick with Aesol, but I think for some champions the Sai'nen adventure is going to be great. And I've already done all the 5 rewards, and I plan on keep playing it. Yeah, I'd hate if there was only a 2 or 3 star adventure for like the next 6 or plus months. But if we check all the Riot games like Valorant and LOL, you can buy stuff that doesn't affect your skills and gameplay. Never played TFT, I don't know that game, but in LOR, you can put Sai'nen Adventure. He is 5-star buffed, but it's okay that you have Gnar, only 1 or 2 epic relics. Doesn't hit the hero or adventure ass well, but it's pay to win to play game other. So definitely most of the other games like Valorant or like League of Legends, they are player versus player. So if there is any way that you could progress your account that would give you power, then that would be blatantly, completely unfair and unacceptable, because it's a player versus player game. Here, though, since this is a PvE game, since it's a single player game essentially, being able to get to upgrade your account and get some extra power and kind of just skip ahead isn't really a bad thing, and that's why they don't have anything like this for Valorant or League of Legends. I thought I heard that TFT was pay to win, but I have no idea, really. I want hard stuff, same. Honestly, I feel that way about Lysandra. I don't want to play her without rewards, but for Swain, I want to go back just for fun. And that's the thing. They're trying to make different game modes or different adventures for different people. Like, if you watch the developer interview, one thing they said is, we know we can't make an adventure for everyone, and so we're not trying to. They're trying to make different adventures so that everyone will have something that they want to play. So just because you hate the Swain adventure, that's totally fine. Get your 5 rewards, and then move on and play something else. Like, play whatever adventure you want. There's going to be other people that they really hate certain adventures and they want to go play other ones. Riot knows that, and that's why they're trying to release more and more adventures, so that there's always going to be something you can go and play. Even if you dislike certain adventures, that is fine. TFT has no pay-to-win benefits? Okay. It has tiny cosmetic benefits earlier in the game's life, but that was quickly patched out. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I thought I had heard that, but again, I've never played the game, which is why I was like, yeah, I'm not sure. Anyways, people can get any relics if they want. Otherwise, we'll probably just go ahead and try this out for the next adventure. We're on like 16, yeah. Yeah, you guys chose Thresh for the last one. All right, let's go for it. What I really like about Swain is trying to get enough damage and removal to clear his board turn 1 and 2. Feels great to do that. I prefer focusing on removal to stop damage in the first place over mitigating with healing for Swain. Yes. I agree. I go for that approach as well. While sustain is very helpful, I like the fact that you can just out damage them and not really have to rely on sustain. Like in my Annie run, we were actually able to go through the entire time without ever using the heal, I think. I think we never used any heals. Let's... Sure. Alright, Ezreal.
Quest accepted. Wait, where are we going?
Did the others finally run out of channel points? Maybe, or they just really like the build we already had and didn't want to mess with it. Let's get rid of this. And the Assessor. And even the Death's Hand. We need units. Swain and Lissandra adventures are vastly different. One is very reliant on picking stuff from shops and Remitter. The other one requires you to mitigate burn damage. Really interesting how different they are. Yes, which I think is absolutely fantastic. I love how different
Oh, I can't wait.
their adventures are. Oh, right, we can't block because of the path, Unstoppable Force. Sure, let's go for Spell Shield. Having City Breakers just limit your time, and if they're gone, just granting you as much time as you want is an incredible thing. Yes. Which is why being able to use turret plating on some champions is really good. Now, I wish...
My turn.
Let's try to do this. Yeah, so I wish that the goodness, what is it called? The tough for your Nexus. Turret plating. I wish turret plating was a power so that you could use it on everyone. So it's sad that it's only really usable on cheap champions. But the fact you can just put on that relic and potentially completely mitigate all of the damage from the City Breakers, so then the main issue of not having enough time is just completely mitigated.
I love a taste of the action.
I think that is fantastic. GG. Turret plane have tough on your own champion? Yeah. That
Our borders
is kind of a suspicion of mine, that instead of buffing turret plating, they're just going to add an epic relic that is a power that gives your Nexus and maybe all your units, or your Nexus and your champion tough. Maybe they're going to do that instead of buffing turret plating, which I think would still be fun. Especially if that was an epic relic they added, where that is one that should just be added to the golden reliquary pool and not added as a relic to buy. I think that'd be good. I've only tried Swain a couple times, and I was very frustrated that every node I went to felt like Viego as a solo mini-boss. That is, they seem to have removal for every single unit I dropped. Someday I'll go back, but not today. Yeah. Alright, Challenge 17, 1 star. You guys get to pick Sejuani and Talia. We have Empire Above All and Suffer. Rounds don't deal 1 to all the player's damaged units. I'd like to have an adventure more in the style of roguelikes, starting with easier encounters but ramping up a lot. Same with reward nodes. I think that's why we like Aurelion Sol so much, because that's probably the closest adventure we have, whereas they start with 1 mana, so you outscale them normally at the beginning, or you outpace them And even though they have the legendary powers, it is one where it's normally pretty easy to start off, and then it gets very hard at the end. So the Ezreal adventure is the most like what you're talking about. It would be nice if they added more like that, because yeah, for the Sai'nen adventure, everyone starts at 3 mana immediately, and then they ramp up to 6 mana. It would be more fun if, yeah, we had other ones like Ezreal where they start at 1 mana, so you feel very powerful in the beginning, and they just get tougher and tougher. Nami, all right. Yeah, that looks fun. Yep, looks fine. Personally, I think City Breaker pings are irrelevant. I just focus on all the other BS they play. I mean, as long as you can clear fast enough, then yes, that works. It's just if the game stalls, then eventually those City Breaker pings are going to be a problem. So this gets summoned at the start. Play Lissandra for free. Now, these are all very cheap, which is good for us. Champion draw is fantastic. Sure, let's get a Hero's Horn in our Hero's Horn. More draw is okay, especially because that's one of the 2 cards we're going to get for free. And Talia.
Every tapestry begins with a single stitch.
We need something similar to that already. Lord Elred, 8-mana Demacia unit, gives tough to all allies and Nexus. Yeah, that's true. He does have that effect. Let's get rid of Minimorph and hold on to the rest. Only bad thing in the Ezreal run is too long. Yeah, it is pretty long, but if you're wanting that roguelike experience where it's starting off easy and then it ramps up progressively, then you kind of need an adventure like Ezreal that is pretty long. Because otherwise, yeah, there's going to be adventures like Sai'nen where they want to get to this difficulty, and so they don't really have time. Like, it's already ramping up through the course of that adventure. Like, I suppose they could maybe do it where the first challenge has 1 mana, the second challenge has 2 mana, and just like it immediately ramps up that fast. Maybe. I kind of forget how to play Nami. Yeah, let's drop Autopus. I mean, we have to wait to play her next round anyways. The Autopus getting the extra pranks will be good. Yeah, this will be fine. Yeah, I don't really mind the Ezreal length. If they made another challenge that was that long or longer, I'd probably be okay with it. We want to play Nami, but at the same time, she's going to get given that vulnerable. We could try to level her up and hit their unit with her power. Yeah, this probably is going to backfire. We're going to risk it, but not necessarily the best, because we know we're going to get that vulnerable and they're immediately going to attack. Also, these are focus speed, right? Alright, we'll just have this hit their unit, and that's not how it went. Alright, fantastic.
Let the tide carry you. Rise with the surf.
Alright, this one will just hit their unit.
Ride the surging tide. I will drive back the darkness.
4.5-star adventure could be fun. Yeah. Hey, look, it's fine. Everything is fine. All worked out.
Oh dear.
Wait, we can do both? Huh. Okay.
Ride the surging tides.
Normally, it's just the other one that's set to 0. I wonder if they changed that in a patch or something. Huh.
Rise with the surf. Let the tide carry you. Rise with the surf.
I love how spammy you can be with Nami.
Ride the surging tides. Rise with the surf.
Yeah, it'll be
Ride the surging tides.
slightly wasteful, but
Let the tide carry you.
all right, Nami's back to full health. We'll be able to attack. Yeah, they're gonna have some units, but we have an elusive,
Wash away.
so we should be fine. Nami's voice line's worse than Misfortune Laugh, you think? No, not even close. Like, Nami's voice lines are repetitive, but they're not really annoying. Whereas, like, Misfortune's Laugh is kind of annoying on the very first time, and then it just keeps getting worse. And, like, Nami, I think, has, like, 2 or 3 voice lines that she cycles through, where it's still repetitive, still gets annoying, but it's not just the same stupid laugh every single time. So, no, I would say Misfortune's Laugh is still definitely way worse. 100%.
Nothing but your strength.
Rise with the Surf, Rise with the Surging Tide. Yeah, there's like a couple ones. So normally for Nami, yeah, I'm not really bothered by hers. Misfortune's Laugh is so much worse. Nami's a champion I never really paid attention to, but that looks fun as heck. Yeah, Nami is pretty great. Double champion. We'll wait and we can play it with Nami. All right, so we will drop her.
By darkness. Ride the surging tides. Rise with the surf.
Fight or die.
Good, this is strong enough to survive.
There's another one.
Oh, that's a little sad.
Ride the surging tides.
All right, let's see if we can just end this round.
Rise with the surf.
So we played Nami. We've played 2 spells. So this one will be 3. And then this one will be 4, which means it gets doubled.
I am the tide caller. I will drive back the darkness.
Nico is Nico the whole time? Yeah.
Let the tide carry you.
Jinx rocket animations were the worst before. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Rise with the surf.
All right, how are we looking? We still have a little ways to go,
Ride the surging tide.
but we can probably get there this round.
Rise with the surf. I can't back down.
All right, GG. Nami's pretty crazy. Good luck, Manitos. I'm gonna go play Warframe.
For a while longer.
Have fun. Thanks for hanging out. Also have fun cycling jump. Yeah, Nami is really good. You can put out so much damage round 1. Maybe I'll wait till you're done with challenge 20. Yeah, we're not too far away. Challenge 18, you guys did Nami, so it's my turn. 3 stars, Thresh, Embrace the Current. Incapacitation, players' damage units can't block. Let's see, who would be fun that we haven't really played and probably won't really play too much. I think let's just go for Gnar. Gnar can be fun. Also, some of these builds you might be seeing videos of later. I'm going to be trying to take a move away from the Sai'nen adventure because we've done so many videos and we have even more coming out. But we're going to be doing some with his other thing, his power. Another champ with repetitive voice lines is Rise. I wouldn't know. So yeah, feel free to adjust the build at all if you want. That is actually going to be a little bit of a spoiler. For the interview, I am going to ask them their thoughts on champs with alternative win conditions, because that will be pretty fun just to see what they think of it, and so we can actually, because there's been so much of the community debating back and forth the thoughts on champions with alternative win conditions. Like Soraka, yes. Soraka I don't think they'd actually do, but I am going to ask like Soraka with Starspring. All right, let's go for Challenge 18. This should be fun. But like Rise, Soraka, and Fiora. Because, yeah, it's just been like the community arguing back and forth why it's a good idea or why it's a bad idea. But I haven't heard the devs ever talk about it, as far as I'm aware. And so I think that'd be fun just to see, like, what do you guys think about this? Is this something you're ever going to maybe do? I think let's give this one elusive, because then we actually can kind of evaluate or have a better... Yeah, Deathless is good. Expectation, just what we can expect in the future. Will we ever get these champions? Is this something we might get relatively soon, or is this something that they're like, oh yeah, maybe someday, so it's like, oh okay, well, it's probably never gonna happen, or not for a long time. I want Rise and Lissandra so bad. Yeah, I think alternative win conditions are fun, and it would be great to see more of that. But yeah, we'll have to see. You know, play Gnar for free is pretty awesome. Yeah, let's just drop this. Gnar for free, round 1. Since we've done the damage, we don't really need our Tusk Speaker. We can use that next round to proc our damage. Alright, this looks pretty good. Rise and Fiora could easily be very broken. Yep, that is definitely possible. Drain 2. Alright, that's not terrible. Let's... Yeah, drop our Tusk Speaker and drop our Proto Poro. We want to be getting as many units with stacking impact as we can. We won't bother with the Undying. Oh, our damage units, right, can't block. I mean, people always say Fiora with triple stalkers, but fairly often, like as someone that's done a lot of multiple strike builds, fairly often the enemy just doesn't have enough units for you to strike and kill. Like sometimes, yes, that will work, but there's plenty of other times where you have 3 stalker relics and you don't have enough units to play and kill. So also, the thing is, Fiora is a 4-cost champion. If you're running triple stalkers, you have no cost reduction for her. So by the time you would play Fiora, other champions could have already ended the game. So that's why, another reason why I don't think it's that crazy that Fiora being added in. Because like we already have champions that end the game incredibly quickly. By the time Fiora would end, the game could already be over. All right, let's drop this. We just need, yeah, something to slightly damage their Nexus. I mean, if not, we can just do our next attack. Draw 2, refill your spell mana. Still have enough for our Tusk Speaker. Thresh will be able to kill stuff. We have our Wallop though, so we should be fine. Any poison mechanic, other card games, there's always one. I mean, I feel like puff caps are the poison mechanic. Not too worried about Fiora's win con when LeBlanc exists. Yeah, there's plenty of other champions that are already more overpowered than Fiora would be. Like, unless they just gave Fiora crazy amounts of power, but it's like her alternative win con isn't really that worrying, at least not to me. This is very unnecessary, but just like to save my units. Let's do some ranked and own the noobs. Totally. It's totally what we do. 2 stalkers on LeBlanc is already an insta-win anyways. I mean, pretty much. You hate LOR becoming a single-player card game, bro? I feel bad for you. I mean, I'm happy that it is, but I hope that Path of Champions is successful enough that they bring back PvP. That's the hope. That's the dream. Also, I think you can still play ranked. I think ranked is still fine. Like, no, it's not as supported as it was, and we're not going to be getting card drops as often as we used to, but still can do ranked if you want. But hopefully they can focus on it more in the future. At least, like, hopefully the game can grow enough that they can support PvP again. Are you played Artifact Dota card game? No. Most other card games like this, the like digital collectible card games, I didn't play in any serious way. All right, challenge 19. Did you guys choose the last one? No, I chose Nar, so that means you guys can choose this one if you want. What made you try Path of Champions? Well, I came over first for Legends of Runeterra because I do like card games, just like in general, any card games. Like, I like the strategy. I think card games in general are fun. The reason I didn't try other card games was they were so blatantly pay to win. Like Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, a lot of those where it's like you have to buy so many cards. I heard that this was a card game that was very free to play friendly. So I played it. I had fun. I still never really cared that much about playing against other random people. Normally I would just like, I had fun making decks, and then I would often want to try those decks just against like my wife, because it's more fun playing against someone you know. So playing against random people wasn't really as enjoyable. But then they started adding like Lava Legends, which is a single player mode, which I absolutely loved. And then they added Path of Champions, which again, I absolutely loved. So I didn't come to the game for Path of Champions, but Path of Champions and the single player aspect is why I stayed with the game and kept playing it. All right, all players summon a Mirror Mage. Round start, plant a Poison Puff Cap in the player's deck. It's even better when you can see the facial expressions of the other person. Yeah, it's fun playing card games against a real person or someone you actually know, not necessarily a random person online that you have no connection to. Alrighty, so if chat doesn't grab something, I'll just grab something quickly here. We only have these 2 challenges left. Created cards. It is always fun to play Echo with created cards. Mila, all right. Let's see. There she is. Yeah, let's try with just the Spellweavers and see how that goes. Actually, let's try with Spellweavers and Gravediggers. This will be an interesting one. All right, let's go for it. Yeah, I prefer multiplayer games in general. IRL, like board games, card games. For video games, I prefer mostly single player. Yeah. Well, that's also the thing, is like for a lot of those games, like board games and card games in real life, there's not that many that you can actually play single player. Like there's Solitaire, and yeah, normally you need other people to play them. Sure, kind of doesn't really matter. Let's see. Elusive. Can we get our champion? Yes, we can. Fantastic. Great. And Viego.
No power in this world can stop me.
What are the powers? So it's Mirror Mage. Everyone gets a Mirror Mage, and they plant Puff Caps. Sunny is on like 6-star missions or something. I have no idea. I normally don't really have time to watch other people's streams, so I'm not really sure what he's up to be honest. I think he's doing fine from what I know though. Let's see. Yeah, let's get this on the board. With the Spellweavers, it should be pretty fun, the created cards. Actually, these days, most board games have solo modes and are a lot of good. Huh. To be honest, haven't played recent board games. It's just like when I grew up with board games, you needed other people. That is going to be... We're going to be overdrawing like crazy next round. This would actually work to kill their
One of the good guys.
unit, so that's not bad. This will be able to kill that there. Right, that is more than I was thinking.
Dance with me.
We don't want... Well, we could kill Misfortune, to be honest, because there's only followers.
Time for
Sure, let's kill Misfortune before they do. I don't actually see the point of Spellweavers on her. It's just a worse Gravediggers or Grand General's counterplan. Probably. I think you've probably played more Neela than I have, but it is a little bit better because of the Mirror Mage. That's also doubling it. Be a lot of damage that wouldn't actually do anything. Sure. My top 3 favorite board games, one is solo, the other 2 solo plays way more often than with other people. Interesting. Yeah, I'm just so used to board games always needing to have other people to play them with. Yeah, Corrupted Star Fragment into Viego is a little bit questionable, to be honest. Sure, let's get rid of their one blocker.
It found you.
Alright, do we have a way to save that? This is a Slipstream, Neela's Formless Blade. Yeah, she's a 2 cost, so we're fine. We'll just play her again right here.
Say horrors, and I smile.
And we can do this one more time. I hate Catan so much. Honestly, it was probably the people I played with, but I gave it 3 chances with all completely different players, and every experience was insufferable. That's rough. That is one of the board games I've probably played the most because, like, my friends and family all love it. And so yeah, it was fine for me. It was something that was kind of... My family would actively make fun of me because I always won at Catan. And it's not like I literally later on was like trying not to win. Like, I was not playing badly, but I wasn't really trying too hard because it's just I was constantly getting made fun of just for winning the game. Let's see. Do we care about blocking this? Not really, to be honest. We don't want to give them any units. Love Catan? Yeah, I think most people do. It's... I mean, maybe you just really don't like the game. But yeah, it really could just be the people you're playing with were awful. I think that's pretty likely.
Endless delights unfold around us. Rejoice!
Catan was so much fun, but I think there's better games these days, similar to Magic with other card games. Yeah, I have not stayed on top of board games at all. But part of that was that I figured board games needed, like, groups of people to play with, and to be honest, I don't really play a lot of games with groups of people anymore. In college, I did it all the time.
Truly, this is the greatest of joys.
I had a friend group where we, like, would sit down and play card and board games together like once a week, if not more. But since then, I haven't really done it much. All right, so last challenge for today, and it's been a little over 3 hours, but not bad, not bad. All right, so challenge 20, 3 stars. We have Lulu, power of observation, so everyone get Lux to star powers. Round start, the foe rallies. Who do we want to go with? You know what? Let's just grab Yasuo. That'll be fun. A lot of great 2-player games you can play with your wife if she's interested. Yeah, we already have some that we already like need to play. We started playing Go together and have had fun with that, and then we have a couple other card and board games to play. Normally when we hang out though, we just will like in the evening watch a couple hours of anime together. His relic is so niche. Yes it is. All right, so people can adjust the relics if they want. Wingspan is a great one that I recommend at 2 players. I don't think I've heard of that one, but I think I have heard of a different one that also had like a bird sort of theme. All right, let's go ahead and try this out. Should be fun. Echo is better than Grand General's counterplan. Yes. Because with Echoing Spirit, you make sure you actually have your Yasuo. So, like, you make sure you draw your Yasuo and he's not stuck at the bottom of your deck, which can be an issue without it. And then also, Swain will be fantastic. Also, then you don't have to worry about them being... Strike at 1 would make us overdraw. Let's try to get... There we go. Overwhelm. You don't have to worry about them being fleeting. They're sitting there in your hand. They're costing like 1 or nothing. I would say for Yasuo, Echoing Spirit is kind of just better in every way than Grand General's counterplan. Let's get rid of most of these. Grand General's counterplan is useless every other round. Yeah, that's kind of the biggest issue for Yasuo.
Lulu! Where'd she go? Please, Dad.
We won't be able to block them, so we can just stun them. This is just gonna get transformed. We'll just bank the mana. Did they constantly refuse to trade? Yeah, there's playing with people that have bad attitudes. Like, there's some people that are just terrible to play games with. So, like I mentioned, in college, I had a group of friends that we just played card games together. And we do this a couple times a week. We would have great time. I started dating my wife. She came in, joined our games. It was fantastic. I think we won't block because I don't want to get low on health. So we'll just chill for now. And then if they attack... Okay, they didn't want to. Anyways, we went and decided to try to play games with her friends. And it was a disaster. And both of us were like, we are never playing games with her friends again. It was so bad. They're just like, we're never ever doing it ever again, because they just had the worst attitudes.
What do you say, Glow?
Now, we were playing, it's called Mao, or we were playing the one card game where you can't tell people the rules. Like, that's the whole point of the game, is you can't tell people the rules. They have to figure it out as the game goes on. So like, it was a difficult game, but
What do you say, Glow?
yeah, they were just the absolute worst. And so both of us agreed that we'd never want to play any games with them again. So yeah, playing with the wrong people definitely can give you a bad time. All right, so this would clear their board. Sure.
At last, I have found you.
Yone.
STG lore, yeah.
I follow only one path, my own. I do all right. My kind of lesson. I do all right.
My magic. Glow, you gotta focus.
All right, let's.
Some things never dull.
Yeah, we'll kill that. We're trying to make it so they don't have blockers.
Even I have good.
Yeah, not really. Well, I guess we still have more. We can keep going.
Terrain here is opinionated.
I want to play Catan online, but there's no proper apps or such.
Blade never gets any lighter.
Catan online, interesting. I feel like I wouldn't enjoy that because I feel like that's another game that it's fun based on the people you're playing with. I do love having all these Steel Tempests because it's like they can attack and it'll be totally fine because we could just stun them all. Online is in with friends but far away. Oh, okay. Then yeah, that wouldn't be as bad.
Even I have good.
All right, let's go ahead and get rid of that unit. His 6-star will be pretty nice. Just making sure that their units all get recalled, so you have just such great hard removal.
I face my fate. Your turn.
All right, GG.
I will regain my honor.
All right, nice. We were able to get through the first 20 challenges on the first day. That'll be fantastic. Again, for anyone that missed it, that wasn't here earlier, I will be gone on the 4th and possibly the 5th. So I won't be able to be streaming those days for the monthlies because the 4th is July 4th. Big Independence Day here in the US. And it's also my brother's birthday. So I'm going to be traveling, which is why today and tomorrow we were trying to do 20 challenges each day. Can you tell us that in announcements on Discord? Yes, I plan on it. But I'm just telling people here as well. But I will also put it, yeah, on Discord when that's happening. So yeah, we'll be streaming the next couple days, but not the 4th and potentially not the 5th because we might be driving home. Also, the 10th of this month, we'll be doing a interview with Riot Dirtle. So that'll be really fun. A lot of interesting questions I look forward to asking. Jump in his goldfish memory, yes. So new interview happening later this month in less than 2 weeks because the patch is coming out the 17th. So this will be 1 week ahead of the patch. Should be getting some awesome new information about the patch, whatever that is. I have no idea yet. But yeah, look forward to that. Anyways, thank you all for hanging out. I hope to see you tomorrow. See ya.